What if doubt is where faith actually begins? Subscribe and walk with me each week through the words that gives life. A reading from the Gospel of Matthew chapter 11, verse 2 to 11. Now, when John had heard in prison the works of Christ, sending two of his disciples, he said to him, "Art thou he that art to come, or look we for another?" And Jesus, making answer, said to them, "Go and relate to John what you have heard and seen. The blind see, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead rise again, the poor have the gospel preached to them, and blessed is he that shall not be scandalized in me." And when they went their way, Jesus began to say to the multitudes concerning John, "What went you out into the desert to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went you out to see? A man clothed in soft garments? Behold, they that are clothed in soft garments are in the houses of kings. But what went you out to see? A prophet? Yea, I tell you, and more than a prophet, for this is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my angel before thy face, who shall prepare thy way before thee. Amen, I say to you, there hath not risen among them that are born of women a greater than John the Baptist, yet he that is the lesser in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. Bible reflection from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 2 to 11. Beloved sons and daughters, rejoice, not because everything is easy, not because the prison doors have already opened, but because the Lord is near. Today, on Gaudete Sunday, the church dares to wear rose and not to deny the darkness, but to proclaim that light is already breaking through it. John the Baptist, fiery prophet, desert voice, fearless witness, now sits in a prison cell. And from that place of chains, he asks the most human of questions, are you the one, or should we wait for another? This is not weak faith, this is faith being refined by suffering. Isaiah speaks today to a world that looks barren, exhausted, and fractured. The desert shall rejoice and bloom. God does not wait for perfect conditions. He creates joy where there was none. He strengthens hands that tremble. He tells the faint-hearted, "Do not be afraid. I am coming myself." And then he does. Jesus does not answer John with arguments. He answers with reality. The blind see, the lame walk, the poor hear good news. In other words, hope is no longer an idea, it is happening. James reminds us, be patient, not passive, but patient with purpose. Like the farmer who trusts the rain he cannot control, we are called to strengthen our hearts, not harden them. John is not a reed shaken by the wind. He is a man who stood for truth, even when truth put him behind bars. And Jesus says something astonishing. There is none greater born of women than John, yet the smallest in the kingdom is greater still. Why? Because the kingdom is not built on power. It is built on trust, on waiting, on believing even when clarity has not yet arrived. Or Jesus Christ, you who come quietly, teach us to recognize you not only in miracles, but in patience, in waiting, in faithful endurance. Strengthen our weak hands, calm our anxious hearts, turn our deserts into places of hope. May we rejoice, not because life is easy, but because you are near. Amen. Beloved, Advent does not ask us to have all the answers. It asks us to stay awake. Even John doubted, and still Jesus called him great. So if you are waiting, if you are unsure, if you are holding on by a thread, rejoice. The desert is already blooming. The Lord is already at the door.